I was going out to set was out on the beach there, and I got stopped by. I was just by myself, and I got stopped by the cops there. That watched the set, and the guy wouldn't let me on there because he thought I was the homeless guy. And of course, hair and makeup people got a kick out of that.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, Beverly Hills 90210 fans, stop what you're doing right now because it's time to dive deep into 90 News. All the latest news and rumors coming out of your favorite zip code with your hosts, Pete Ferrero and Melanie Rose. Oh my God, I can't believe what I just heard.
Hey, we're back for another intro. Hey, we're back for another episode of 90 News. I don't even know what I was going to say there. How are you, Melanie? It's good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope it was fun-filled and you had lots of things to eat and all that. What was it like?
Pretty mellow. Hung out at home with the kids. Made a yummy dinner. Ate lots of food. Pie. That was delicious. And watched some Christmas movies. So it was really good. How was your Thanksgiving? I saw you made Jessica Klein's world famous bourbon sweet potatoes.
I did. It came out great. It was a sleeper hit for Thanksgiving. I call it Steve Wasserman sweet potatoes is what I've been rolling with.
Okay. Respect.
But I told Jessica about it. It went over really great. And everybody was like, I can't believe, where did you get this recipe? I said, so Steve Wasserman.
It's legit. It's about as legit as it gets, right?
Yeah. It's just easier just to say that. Hey, before we get started with the news, here's this.
So check it. We have so much new and exciting merchandise over at Beverly Hills 90210showshop.com. You can get your own Peach Pit shirt or Welcome to Beverly Hills shirt. Or, oh my God, check out that classic retro Beverly Hills 90210 shirt. Oh, and for you Claire Arnold fans, Pete, you can get yourself a Claire Arnold t-shirt. I mean, we pretty much have everyone and everything covered, from Dylan McKay to Ray Pruitt. I mean, we even have a Roy Randolph shirt. So don't be a squeef. Head over to Beverly Hills 90210showshop.com and get on it.
Black Friday, 25% off.
It's super exciting. Beverly Hills 90210showshop.com. People have probably been waiting for this day for a big sale. The sale is here. It's here.
That's
it's right. Black Friday. So, and I don't know when you're listening to this. So if it's Monday, you're shit out of luck. But I'm sure they're running specials and Cyber Monday and Cyber, all those specials. So just head over to the site. It's always listed right there on what the particular special is of the day. Okay. Yes. Also want to talk about this before we get to some of the other things. We now have a Patreon, Melanie.
Yes,
putting this show together is so much fun, and I love doing it, and it's great, and all that. But we want to make something exclusive for our VIP fans, the people that are always looking for some bonus content, maybe some live Zooms, some video chats, all that kind of stuff. That the Patreon thing is very popular in the podcasting world. We're finally throwing down and getting involved with this. So you got to go to patreon.com/Beverly Hills 90210 show. And I'm going to show you what some of the tiers are because I'm not messing around here right from the start here.
No, we mean business.
It's only $5 a month. You're going to get some bonus episodes. You're going to be able to submit questions that definitely will get asked on the podcast. And then after every episode of the show, I'm going to start doing I'm calling it After Dark. It's a post-show Zoom chat. Then you go up a little bit more. We have some Q&As in this Patreon, live shout outs. And then finally, we've got something really cool for $15 a month where you're going to be able to watch episodes with me and Larry. And sometimes Chuck, and also sometimes we'll watch episodes for seasons that they weren't a part of. So that should be a whole lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We definitely need some help getting everybody together on this. So head over to patreon.com/Beverly Hills 90210 show. I'm excited that we're finally doing one of those.
Yeah, so we all work so hard on the show. So Patreon's a really great way, to help us all make up for some of those hours that we put in and support the show. And, we've done everything up to this point non-paid. So, so this is a really exclusive opportunity.
Yeah, so make sure you jump in on that today. Okay, so where are we starting? What's happening here? All right, so I think it's a perfect time here to bring on our buddy, Larry Mullen. Larry,
how are you? Happy holiday season. Yeah, here we are. here we are. It's a Friday, Black Friday. I'm going to get some shirts. I'll tell you, I've got I love these sweatshirts. I have to say, I live in this one, but I've got to get another one because I want it and it's on sale. So, even though I'm not much of a shopper, I understand sale.
Yeah, listen, 25% off today, Larry.
25%.
Get stuff for you and friends,
More money for dope for me. That's good.
Hey man, how was Thanksgiving for you? Was it fun or?
Oh well, we just had immediate family. It was pretty stripped down, and my wife though worked for 2 days. Making all the stuffing and the gravy and everything else. So, it was perfect. I mean, it was flawless, really. And no one got too drunk or got it. There was nothing really happened terrible. It was such a sober feeling. We did watch the super intelligence Melissa McCarthy movie, whatever. It was on Netflix. It was fun. Again, we were hoping for the football game, but of course it was canceled. The Baltimore-Pittsburgh game, which we're big football consumers. But other than that, it was great. And unfortunately, today we usually have our traditional beach volleyball game on Thanksgiving Friday, and it was canceled. First time in 20 years. So it's a perfect day at the beach. It's just sad, but whatever. We know we're going to get to V-Day, Vaccine Day. We're going to make it.
Definitely coming. And that's something you and Chuck do, the volleyball thing.
Oh, right? Yeah. Chuck's coming by later. We're going to do a little bit of there's a low tide at 1:30. We're going to do a little bit of a bacon walk.
Nice.
I got to experience that a couple of weeks ago. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did that. Yeah.
Hey, Melanie's got a really interesting topic. I think it's perfect for you to talk about because you worked with the WWE.
I did. A 2005. I was part of the tour. Yep. Mostly, for SmackDown, but I also wrote for Raw also.
Very nice. Cool. Yeah, we found a story. Gabrielle actually posted it. She's supporting unionization for wrestling people in that industry. What are your thoughts on that, Larry?
It's been a long time coming because, again, I guess about 2003 or 4, they really decided that the cat was out of the bag. Everyone knew that it was not real. And so they decided to refer to it as sports entertainment. We were very clear when we cut our promos. That was always like, he's the greatest wrestler in sports entertainment. And once you do that, they really are performers on television series. And why are they not covered? It never made any sense. So they've dodged it for a long time. And Gabrielle stepped in there, and that shop should be unionized. There's just no doubt about it for those, for the people who really are working on television. Because when I was there, I'm sure it's the same way now. We're doing 4 hours of live television a week. Yet SmackDown 2 hours and 2 hours of Raw. I think it's 2 hours. Is it 90 minutes now? Or
3? I think Raw's 3 hours, and I feel like there's another show, NXT. I feel like there's even more content now.
Well, are you talking about is NXT is also WWE? I mean, I'll look at other promotions also. It's just they're going to have to follow too. There's Major League Wrestling, which is Court Bauer, an old buddy of mine, and then there's also AEW, which of course has Jungle Boy, which is the son of Luke Perry.
Yeah.
So, but I think there's no way that Vince is going to hold this off. He's going to have to unionize his shop, and that'll protect the wrestlers a little bit because they're really hardworking performers. Really, really, I have a lot of respect for them.
And what's interesting too, Larry, about this is I did a documentary on a wrestler, Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man.
I worked with Ted. He was one of the writing staff when I was there.
And I met a lot of these guys, all the older guys from the 80s, the ones that we all grew up as kids, and a lot of them don't have that SAG sort of pension. They don't have any of that stuff. They're all living in with nothing. I mean, some of them have saved their money. Some of them did okay, and some of the wrestlers are okay, but there is no real any kind of insurance for these older legends that are still hanging around and doing what they do. So I think this is great that Gabrielle is at the forefront of this. This is a very rare chance where wrestling and 90210 are meeting in some bizarre way. It's
right.
I should tell you, that's why I got hired. In 2005, I got recruited, as a couple of Hollywood guys did, because corporate wanted to improve the product. And so they looked for people who could spin long story arcs like Beverly Hills 90210, because the wrestling season goes from WrestleMania to WrestleMania. And the same way we would have sweeps episodes, which have to peak, they would have pay-per-views. This is before he had the all-encompassing streaming price. And so it really was very similar. We were telling a soap opera, so to speak, if we really wanted to distill it down, as were they. The difference is, of course, there's only two characters in wrestling. There's a baby face and there's a heel. And there's no irony in between. I got in a lot of trouble because I had characters with shades of them. And if your heel character, which is the bad guy, got pops, which are applause or laughs, you got punished. You want a heel has to get boo pops, not pops.
Right.
Anyway, it's very, very structured thing there. Which it took me a while to learn. I was one of the worst wrestling writers of all time.
I love that. Well, if you want more about that, we have a Patreon. Larry and I will talk some wrestling sometime.
I have a lot of wrestling stories. Of course, they're in my book at larrymullen.com also.
Yes.
That's right.
Hey, Larry, this week on Tuesday, we're going to be live. We're doing a very fun storyline. This is Wednesday, December 2nd, live at 5 p.m. We are covering Donna Martin's Stalker.
Yes, you can call it a stalker now. Unlike Tara, this is a real stalker. And one thing, I haven't really watched the episodes yet. There's like 4 of them that lead to the one we're really going to focus on, which is the hostage situation at the radio station, which actually you start the show off with a little bit of that radio station, senior year at CU.
TV station.
And, I was thinking about it because we told it in 4 episodes, we wanted to have a little bit of a red herring. So we also have the stalker of Donna, who nearly raped her 2 years before, get out of prison, to kind of throw that in the background so we can, have a little bit of a misdirect for people. And that was Garrett Slant. So that was kind of exciting to realize. And again, it reconfirmed something about the show, which, and at Thanksgiving also and Christmas, this show had a memory. And we always tried to reach back because we knew the fans knew the show so well that we could easily say something about Garrett Slant and they would know exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah.
And the same thing, I was just looking ahead, the Christmas episodes in season 6 honor Steve's birth cert, which happened in season 2. I mean, we always reach back to bring good stuff forward because people we knew were enriched by it and they would get it.
Yeah. Good stuff. So make sure you tune in on Wednesday this week because it's going to be a really
and we've got some good guests too. We got Art Hindle, who played Detective Rendell, and you'll recognize him from Porky's and The Brood he starred in, and Black Christmas, the original. And we have Jill Novak, our old friend who played Tracy Gallion, coming back, and we have the stalker himself, Evan Potter, the actor who played him. Awesome. And it should really be interesting to look at this one. I haven't looked at it in 25 years, so I'm a little bit frightened, but we'll take a look.
I'm excited. I've seen it a couple of times just in passing when I did it myself, and it's still one of those compelling television moments. So I'm really excited.
Good.
To check this out. All right, Larry. Thank you so much, Larry Don Mullen, roving
reporter.
Thank you very much. All the news that's fit and lit. Here we go. I'm roving away now.
Bye, Larry.
Bye, guys.
Melanie, talking about the show's history and having a past, we just mentioned before the Patreon that we have at Beverly Hills 90210 show.
That's right.
Today, I'm recording the first bonus episode for that Patreon. It is going to be the season 9 Thanksgiving, where Dylan comes back to the show. Talk about maybe not always honoring the memory of the show. They have Dylan drink right during his return. So I cannot wait to ask him about that topic. I had not watched that episode in a long time, and there's a few little things in there where I was like, why are you doing that? But I still love season 8 to 10, and Gretchen and Aaron are super sweet, so I'm recording that, and Michael Lang's going to be there. So that's going to be the first bonus. If you're looking for a bonus episode, hey, patreon.com/Beverly Hills 90210 show.
That's right.
What you got, Noah?
Support your favorite podcast.
That's it.
Just one quick story before we bring another friend on. This week, there was some trending news about Meghan Markle being a Dylan fan. She said that Dylan was her first celebrity crush and wasn't everybody a Dylan. However, I should note...
You say it again. There you go again. I've never heard that phrase before. I'm a Dylan.
Oh, so you're either a Dylan or a Brandon, right? Like you're into the good guys or you're into the bad boys.
Right.
And then I feel like there's a little trend with that. If we did an actual research study on people who are Brandons, see who they married, people who were Dylans, see who they married. I feel like, there's something to be examined there. So anyway, she was a Dylan. She thought everybody was a Dylan, but there's a lot of Brandons out there. But I should note that story was from the Daily Express and it seemed a little tabloidy. So we can't confirm or deny if that is correct, but it was out there. So we wanted to report on it.
Got some news for you.
Oh,
I'm a Claire. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, you're a Claire?
Yeah,
no.
I'm not a Dylan or I'm
I had no idea.
I'm a Claire. Yeah.
No idea.
All right. So let's bring our friend Sherry Weiss into the mix here.
You guys just crack me up.
We're a good time.
Hello.
Hi,
How are you,
Sherry.
Sherry?
Hi, guys. How are you? Thanks for having me on again.
I would like to let you know, I just saw an email notification pop in that we already have a subscriber since
You
we started
do?
doing 90 News. Sherry White is our first subscriber. Isn't
That happened.
very awesome? Sherry, how's everything going in the world of teen drama horror?
Everything is going really well. It's a busy week. I had a whole post yesterday on all the Thanksgiving episodes. Obviously, Beverly Hills 90210 had the most Thanksgiving episodes of all the shows. They had Thanksgiving episodes in all seasons except for 1, 2, and 8. So if you want to take a look back at each of them, it's all on my website, so you can check that out. But here's something weird that happened this week. So a funny thing happened Tuesday. I got a notification about a 90210 cast reunion, and of course my mind went to the cast of Beverly Hills 90210. But when I looked closer, I realized it was actually about the cast of the CW's 90210, which we all know aired from 2008 to 2013 as a spinoff of the original. Then I saw the name of the special.
Wait for it.
90210
What in
Now,
what happened?
does that sound familiar to anyone?
Yeah.
Vaguely familiar, yeah.
Yeah, it should, right? Earlier this month, Jenny and Tori debuted their podcast with that very same name.
I'm so baffled by this situation.
Right?
I
Very
can't get over it.
confusing.
Yeah.
Now, due to the holiday, I didn't reach out to anyone's camps because I'd really love to know who had the name locked down first.
Mhm.
And I'm just shocked that both sides chose to go into the marketplace and try to attract overlapping audiences with the very same name.
Listen, I know that Jenny and Tori's have they've had this podcast being planned for quite some time.
Mhm.
So I'm sure the name was developed once they locked in, and that's a while ago. So if I was to have an opinion on this, I imagine that Entertainment Tonight tried to bite off of their podcast by calling it the same name, which I don't understand why. There's so many different fun 90210 whatever things you can do.
So many things, right?
Right.
Maybe we need to get Entertainment Tonight on the news just to
Yeah.
talk about their process of naming it, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's a great idea. Well, the special, which is streaming on CW Seed, features interviews with Shannon, Tori, and Jenny from circa 2008 when they each appeared on 90210. And
Right.
while Jenny was very excited at the time, in the years since she's tried to distance herself from the show. So I'm very curious to see if this name drama is going to come up on Monday's podcast.
I hope so. Yeah, I'm going to
If they
definitely
discuss it or not. Yeah.
to find
Well,
out.
speaking of the podcast, let's talk about this week's installment. So
Yeah.
Monday's episode focused on the second episode of the original show, which is called The Green Room. We
One of
all
my
know,
favorite episodes.
yes,
You know,
so
of
good.
course. We
And
all know this is when Luke is introduced. And what I thought was interesting was that, so we all know Dylan is introduced in this episode, and there's that classic scene where he brings Brandon to the beach for the first time, and he tells him, "Welcome to paradise, man." And that clip was used at the end of the BH 90210 premiere last year as a tribute to Luke. But oddly, they didn't mention that on the podcast, which surprised me. Now, here are two other fun facts they didn't discuss.
Wait, before you go there, we do have that shirt, by the way, at the show shop.
Yes.
And we have a Black Friday sale going on, so make sure you head over there and try that out. Yeah, we have a "Welcome to Your Dream Come True" shirt. So don't forget. So sorry, I just have to kill all things.
It's Black
No.
Friday. We got to hit it hard, right?
Sorry.
No,
What
all
else?
good.
So what was there anything else? I always love hearing if they missed something, if they got something right. What? How did it?
So I thought there were two fun things that they could have mentioned that they didn't. So this episode also introduces the character of Sarah, also known as Surf Betty. And it kind of seems like it's just a one-off, but then because we always like to throw it back and validate people's memories and their loyalty, they actually bring the character back in the season 2 episode, Cardio Funk. But that's not, they didn't touch on that at all.
They're going to. In defense of Jenny and Tori, when they get to season 2 episode, they're going to say, "We didn't mention this, but this also happened."
Hopefully, fingers crossed. And so another storyline in this episode that they didn't talk about is that Steve tries to suck up to David Silver, believing that his dad Mel is this famous producer, and he's doing it on behalf of his mom, who is an actress. And while we don't see his actress mom on the show until season 2, I wanted to note that she's played by Christine Belford, who in real life is married to Nicholas Pryor, who himself begins being on the show in season 4 as Chancellor Arnold and Claire's dad. And then, of course, the real life couple then got to play an on-screen couple in season 7 when Samantha Sanders and Chancellor Arnold briefly date.
That's right.
Yes.
And you have a great interview with Chancellor Arnold over here at teendramahorror.substack.com. So make sure everybody goes and checks that out.
Thanks. And lastly, I just want to give a shout out to Hilary Swank. We all know she played Carly for a short time in season 8 of the show. She just earned last week a couple of award nominations for the Critics' Choice Super Awards. It's a brand new award show, a spinoff of the regular Critics' Choice Awards. And she got 3 nominations. So I thought that was really cool.
Congratulations, Hilary.
Away was so good. I loved Away, and I was really disappointed it got canceled.
Yeah.
Yes.
A bummer.
Her too, I would imagine. So,
yeah.
All right. So thank you, Sherry, for stopping by. It's
Of
always fun
course.
recapping those things. I'm sure we will see you here again next week, where we will talk more about everything that's going on in the world of 90210.
Awesome. Bye, guys.
All right.
Bye, Sherry.
Yep. Always good having Sherry here.
It is. And, I should have mentioned Sherry and Teen Drama Horror are actually sponsoring the second prize in the 90210 hunt coming up in December. Second prize is a year subscription to your streaming TV subscription of choice. So thanks to Sherry and Teen Drama Horror for sponsoring that prize. It's a great fits into TV. Join the hunt December 17th through the 21st, 90210hunts.com.
All right. Listen, there's a lot going on.
There is so much going on.
The Black Friday sale. We got that.
Yes.
We've
Patreon. We got that.
Got the Patreon.
Yes.
You're doing a virtual hunt. I just
Yes.
want everybody to, make sure you have a notebook and check all this off. This is Sherry's site, right? teendramahorror.substack.com. This is everything that's going on right now.
There's so much always going on in the 90210. There's always so much going on in the 90210 world, and that's why the show was born. So it's just so fun to see all this stuff and develop more stuff and, keep the 90210 fans happy.
Something else going on today.
Dear Christmas, this is Natalie Morgan. I'll be live streaming from my childhood home.
November 27th.
What's the new special episode going to be about? True love at Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, hello. Keep running into this guy I went to middle school with.
I'll see you tomorrow.
You sound pretty sure of that.
Pretty sure.
Melissa Joan Hart, Jason Priestley, and Ed Begley Jr.
This is the best Christmas ever.
Dear Christmas premieres Friday, November 27th at 8. Part of It's a Wonderful Lifetime 24/7 holiday movies all season long.
Well, I know what I'm watching tonight.
Yes. Well, I watched Folklore, on Disney Plus, and that was absolutely phenomenal. I don't know if that's
amazing. It was so good. Yeah, the Lake, was it the Lake Studio or something? The studios. We'll have to look it up. We'll have to look it up. But
she's so good in this thing. I did not think it was possible for me to like the songs more. I actually like them more now that I saw the special than I did, previously. And I love the album. But you got to check out Jason Priestley's movie. I feel like it's right in the wheelhouse of everything that we all love.
I mean, they're podcasters, right? Melissa Joan Hart's a podcaster. So it's, not only the 90210 tie-in with Jason, but it's a podcast tie-in. So all of our fans, check it out, Lifetime tonight.
Sure. What I wanted to mention, we're talking about the Patreon thing and some of the bonus content that we're going to be putting up there. Chuck and I this week did an interview with Melanie Smith, who, not to be confused with Melanie Rose, who's hosting the show, but Melanie Smith was the PA in the episode that we covered this week, the Thanksgiving episode, but she was also Rachel on Seinfeld and did 4 episodes. And she went deep with us about Seinfeld. I have a clip, so if you're really contemplating this Patreon, do I throw in? Do I not? What do I do? Here's a clip of her talking about her experience on Seinfeld and what she did when she first got to set.
So I come on to set the first day. They rushed me into wardrobe and they did my hair and they whatever. And I get out there and everybody starts coming at me like, do this and do this. And I yell, stop. This is so disrespectful. I don't know who's directing me. I don't know who the stage manager is. I don't know who's behind the camera. Nobody has introduced themselves to me. and it's really uncomfortable. So I would appreciate that moment of like connection here. And so everybody walked over, they shook my hand, I'm Larry Charles, I'm Larry David, and I said, thank you for that. Now we can work. And we did the scene, and I go into hair and makeup, and Jerry comes in and goes, who the fuck are you?
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, I mean, she went into the whole thing. She talked about Melrose Place. She really kind of dove into a lot of her career and whatnot. And of course, we talked about her being on 90210, which we played clips from on Thanksgiving episode. But
speaking of that Thanksgiving episode, that was some good stuff. I absolutely love the Jack Canner storyline that was covered, and it was really nice to have Dave on the show. So if you haven't watched the Thanksgiving episode from Tuesday yet, head over to Beverly Hills 90210show.com.
Yes, I was just going to plug that Patreon thing, but
what
you said worked.
Let's keep plugging it. Can't plug it too much. And again, it is Black Friday, so it's all about promoting our businesses this weekend.
That's right.
Yes.
All right. So now, what else do we have to cover? I feel like we've covered it all. No.
You know what? Let's do a quick social sweep.
The Patreon out in the universe. I now feel like I've all been covered on the news. Yes.
Yes. Now we just need people to sign up.
Right.
Yes. Okay. We could just go quickly into some of the social photos that I sent over. We've got some. Let's see. You know what?
Here, how about this one?
Okay, perfect. Yes, Ayan and his girl.
You off your plan, by the way. This was not the first one on the list. I just went here first. Boom.
That's fine. Ayan and his girls, a happy Thanksgiving picture. We always love to see the 90210 cast members with their families, their pets. It shows that personal side. So great picture with Ayan and his girls. Love it.
Yes, he's such a good dad. He seems like such a great guy. This.
Yes. Okay. So Saved by the Bell, that premiered this week. I have watched the pilot on Peacock and I really liked it. Mixed reviews online. I personally think they did a really great job giving some nods to the original show, and then they made fun of themselves a little bit, which I appreciated because there was a lot of cheese in Saved by the Bell. So
is this one filled with cheese too, or no? There's
a little bit, and they play on some of the things they used to play on in the original series. For instance, when Zach Morris used to give the timeout and everybody froze, they have one of the characters doing that, and it's kind of cute. I liked it, and they're also addressing the privilege at Bayside and kind of going into the economic disparity of some students they're busing in versus the really wealthy kids that were there already. So I thought it was good. I liked it. It was nice to see Tiffany on there. No, he's not. They have a new principal, but they do have. I know, right?
Building?
I think he retired. Yeah, I think he's a retired principal now in the world of the show.
Tiffany, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is come on, the show, Beverly Hills 90210 show. What's happening with you?
Yes. And actually, Tiffany's been busy. So listen to this. She's got another show coming up. It's called Deliciousness, which is a spinoff of the Ridiculousness show on MTV. And that looks like it runs from December 14th through the 18th on MTV. They're debuting with that 1-week holiday theme special. So if you're a Tiffany fan, like we all are, definitely do not miss that next month. And we'll mention it again before it airs.
Wait, so I'm sorry on that. Is this hers as well? Is this something she did?
Oh, yes. That was her, I believe, pumpkin cheesecake, her famous pumpkin cheesecake recipe that she had posted on Instagram. So always fun to share Tiffany's recipes. What would be great is her coming on the show and sharing a recipe with us, right?
Yeah. You know what? That I think the ship sailed. And I'm going to tell you why, because I've now watched multiple Tiffany Thanksgiving episodes, and she's always at the center of cooking. She's always planning the Thanksgiving. Even at 9, she got into a whole debacle with Kelly about who was going to plan Thanksgiving. So I think we lost the idea of her coming because it would have been perfectly themed with Thanksgiving. But it's not over in terms of her coming on and talking about Valerie Malone. I think it's an incredible character. Tiffany, please come on the show. We need there's so much to talk about. We got to do this. Yeah, please. Enough. All right.
Yes.
And that pumpkin cheesecake looked delicious. And I also went to Hank's Bagels because you recommended them. Phenomenal. Thank you, Tiffany.
She's good with the food stuff. That's her thing.
All right. Now look at this.
Oh, so cute. Yeah, so Tori posted this on her Instagram. Notice they're holding up the picture of Dean. He's in Canada right now. So, they paid tribute to him by holding a picture, and her 5 kids look very festive. We always think Tori looks great, and she's got a beautiful family. So happy holidays to you and your family, Tori.
Yes, I think it's exciting to see Tori out and about and doing things. She's always so active, and she's always so wonderful to 90210 fans. That's something I know about her. She's always interacts. She's always being sweet. She's always trying to find ways to do things with them. So great work. And I do love her on the podcast, her podcast. I think she's great on that.
Yep, that's right.
Speaking of the podcast, there's Jenny. What was she
doing?
Oh,
she looks so good. I love that color lipstick on her. It's very festive.
Okay.
Very nice. Yep. So she posted that yesterday for Thanksgiving, yesterday or the day before. And gosh, that Christmas tree looks so nice. Reminds me, I really want to go out and get my Christmas tree today. So hopefully that'll be up soon.
And Jenny is always doing awesome things as well. All right. So we talked about everything.
Yeah, I think that's everything. Given that it was Thanksgiving, we still had a pretty decent news week, and we'll be coming back every Friday to keep you guys posted with what else is coming out.
Right. And then also, I just want to make reference again to this Patreon, patreon.com/Beverly Hills 90210 show. Join us. This is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do a lot of exclusive things. It's going to be super fun. So don't miss out on that. And then, I didn't mention this, but of course, we're doing a big Christmas party show on December 23rd. So make sure you tune in for that. It's going to be super show-esque, but not a super show by any means. We'll just have some guests, and we're going to start planning all that out this week. And then I don't want to forget, Melanie, you got a virtual hunt going on, and I won't make sure everybody signs up for it because everybody said they had so much fun doing it last time. The reviews are in. It's really fun and it's really good. So
so many of the hunters from last time have already signed up again. So that made me really happy knowing that they had such a good time. And we're doing gift registrations also. So if you know someone who's a 90210 fan, you can contact us from the website form or message 90210 Hunts on social media, and we'll gift a hunt registration for somebody that loves 90210.
All right, Melanie, it's always good seeing you. I will see you here again next Friday. This was a lot of fun. It's always good seeing our guests and friends of the show too.
That's right. And with that, I hope everyone has a good weekend, and 9021 out.